I don't like squash, but recently I was introduced to spaghetti squash. Let's roast this one. So this is what spaghetti squash looks like. You could cook it in a microwave or an Instapot, or you could cook it in an oven, and that's what we're going to do. First, we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the spaghetti squash off just to make sure there isn't any, dirt or debris on it. Get it clean, and then I'll pat it dry. Then next, after we do that, we're going to cut off the top or the stem. We'll cut this part off, and then we will cut it in half. I would suggest that you turn it on the side that you just cut and cut it in half. It's easier that way. And also, I would recommend using a sharp knife because the outside is kind of hard. So after we've got our spaghetti squash open, you'll see it has seeds and filling. We're going to scoop that out. Now, when I first started scooping this out, it wasn't going well. I was using a tablespoon, and I was getting it, to work a little bit, but not really. So then that's when I went and I got an ice cream scoop. The ice cream scoop works so much better, and I was able to get the seeds out just like I needed to. After I got the seeds out, I drizzled with olive oil and sprinkled with salt and pepper. Once I got that done, I turned it face down on a pan with aluminum foil, or you can use parchment paper. And by that time, the oven was ready, and I placed it in the oven. I'm going to let it bake for 1 hour. So to tell you a little bit more about spaghetti squash, it is high in vitamin C, B6, beta-carotene, fiber. It's very filling, and if you're, trying to watch your calorie intake, it's low in calories. So when our hour is up, we take it out of the oven. And here's a shot of me taking it out. Well, one of them. And then now we want to see if it's ready. And to do that, we kind of press it. When the skin gives away a little, that means that it's ready. Also, we flip it over. And also, if we can take the fork and stick it all the way through to the skin, that means it's ready also. So I'm flipping this over. And by now, you can probably see why it's called spaghetti squash. Here's a better shot of it. So it looks like pasta. Like probably you would think angel hair pasta. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Now here's a shot of the second one that I baked. And this one was bigger, so I baked this one for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And so you gauge it by the size of the spaghetti squash. And if you need to, you can put it back in. So now I'm flaking this one up and I'm putting some on my plate. And once I get it on my plate, I like to add some more salt and pepper. So I'm going to try it. And for me, I eat mine plain, just salt and pepper. And for me, it just tastes good to me. And for a person who doesn't like squash, I really like this. And as you can see, I clean the plate. My son is even eating spaghetti squash, and he hates all vegetables. But I put some tomato sauce on it. And he was a bit apprehensive at first, but he started eating it, and he liked it. So that was a win for us. I showed my nephew Matthew how to roast spaghetti squash, and he did it for his family, and he served it with tomato sauce with sausages, and his family loved it, he told me. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I will put the recipe down below, and stay tuned. I got some other stuff coming up. God bless.